Are you searching for an in-depth review on the Autonomous ErgoChair Pro, but you're just not finding what you're looking for? In this video, I'm gonna go over every aspect of the ErgoChair Pro so that you can easily decide if this is gonna be your next office chair. Hey guys, it's Ryan with btodd.com, and today we're gonna be doing an in-depth review on the Autonomous ErgoChair Pro, formerly known as the ErgoChair 2. Now, Autonomous is a company that was founded in 2015 with a Kickstarter campaign on their smart desk, originally launching their company as an AI-based company with smart technology with things like robots and phones implemented into desks. Unfortunately, their smart technology did not necessarily work out in their desks, and they've kind of switched gears, and they're now more of a low price leader in the standing desk category, as well as the chair market. This chair specifically is made in China by a company called Marathi, and then it is private labeled to Autonomous as the ErgoChair Pro. Now, I will say that Autonomous gets a ton of hate for private labeling a product and selling a chair that they do not make, but I'll be the very first to say that this is the most common way that the chair industry sells chairs. Most manufacturers and most sellers of chairs don't actually make their chairs. Autonomous is not doing anything different than most companies in this regard, aside from companies like Steelcase, Herman Miller, Hayworth that do make their chairs and sell direct to the public. So while it isn't a chair that's made for them, what they're doing is pretty common, and it is a good way to offer a low-priced alternative to some of those higher-priced chairs with a private label product, and that's what they're going for. The first things that we're going to take a look at are going to be the pricing and policies offered by Autonomous on the ErgoChair Pro. So starting off with the price, it's currently being sold for $499. That does include free shipping. Recently, that price was increased from $399 when the chair was being sold as the ErgoChair 2. Now, when you order the chair, it will arrive to your location via FedEx Ground. You will be required to assemble the chair, having to assemble things like the armrest, backrest mechanism. So I would say it's probably gonna take about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes to get the chair fully assembled. It does come with a return policy. You've got 30 days to try the chair. If you do not like it, simply take it apart, put it back in the box. Autonomous will come pick it up free of charge. They'll pay return shipping and give you a full refund. So a great policy for those of you that are on the fence, want to try the chair. Go ahead and try it out. Most that you have to lose is you have to disassemble it, so a little time spent getting the chair apart. The warranty is going to be 2 years on the chair for people weighing up to 350 pounds and a standard work week. Now, I will say that this warranty is pretty lackluster. It is nice that it's up to 350 pounds. It is a little bit higher than most standard warranties, which are going to be 250 to 300 pounds. But the 2-year coverage period is really not something that I'm a fan of, especially at the $500 price point, because you're going to be competing with chairs that are offering limited lifetime warranties, 10-year warranties, 5-year fully encompassing warranties on things like the fabric and foam. So 2 years of coverage on the whole chair is definitely not going to be up to the standard of most $500 office chairs. The next area we're going to look at is going to be the build quality of the ErgoChair Pro, and unfortunately this is a category where it did not test very well with a 40 out of 100, and currently that is the second lowest score that we've given, only beating our very own BTOD 100MC chair. Now, I will be the first to say that we don't review too many chairs under that $300 mark, which doesn't give us a lot of opportunity to have these lower build quality scores, but unfortunately the ErgoChair was on the lower side of all of the chairs that we've tested, and that just comes down to the component quality on the chair. So most of the parts on the chair are going to be pretty low end. When we look at the mesh, the upholstery, the foam, all of these are going to be low end. The foam compresses quickly. The armrests are not very well padded. We see a lot of loose and wiggling parts on the chair. So it definitely feels like a lower end chair, which is going to be reflected in that build quality score. One thing that I think is very telling about the build quality on this chair is the warranty from Autonomous themselves. They're only willing to warrant this chair for 2 years. It is $499, and we can compare that directly to another $499 product in their product offering, which is one of their electric desks, which will come with a 5-year warranty on everything. So a desk that has the same price, they're willing to offer 3 more years of coverage, which to me is saying quite a bit about how long they think that this chair is going to last, and they share similar opinions to me that you're going to be needing to replace this chair after 2, 3, or 4 years. The next three categories that we're going to take a look at here are going to revolve around the comfort on the chair, with the first being seat comfort. When evaluating comfort, we like to have a large pool of people in our office test the chair, score it from 1 to 100, and then we take the average. The ErgoChair Pro tested near the bottom of the list in the bottom 4 for seat comfort with a 55 out of 100, and this is mainly due, going back to the build quality, of the low quality foam and fabric on the chair. So when looking at the seat design, it does have a large, spacious seat with no hard edges. It doesn't have a flexible design, but it is pretty versatile in allowing a lot of different seated positions and not restricting the way that you can use the chair because of a frame or upholstery design that would be limiting. The biggest reason why people did not like this seat is because it bottoms out right away. I would say within 30 minutes to an hour, I felt myself bottoming out in the chair, and it becomes very stiff and uncomfortable, and that is the reason why it tested so poorly in our office. The second comfort category that we're going to take a look at is going to be back comfort, and the ErgoChair Pro scored a 50 out of 100 here, again putting it near the bottom of the list. This goes back to the build quality of the chair. There's just not a lot of redeeming characteristics about the backrest. The frame is hard, it does not allow any flexibility. The mesh is going to be flexible, but it's going to be coarse because it's a lower end mesh, so it doesn't necessarily feel comfortable on your skin. And one of the biggest complaints with this backrest is that the lumbar support does not necessarily feel like it is part of the back. It kind of feels like it's a separate piece, and it kind of pokes out a little bit too far and just jabs into you instead of being nicely in tune with the rest of the back like we see on a lot of higher end chairs that have lumbar support incorporated in the back system. So overall, most people in our office did not find this backrest to be very comfortable because of those reasons. And the final comfort category that we're going to look at today is going to be armrest comfort. And the ErgoChair Pro ended up scoring a 40 out of 100 in this category, which is the lowest armrest comfort score we've given to a chair. And this is going to be for a few reasons. The arms do come with 3-way adjustment, but the adjustment ranges on all 3 of these adjustments is just going to be very limited. On the low height range, it's really not going to offer much availability to get the arm under your desk or under your mouse pad. I had a very difficult time using these arms in tasking positions because while they do have 3-way adjustment, like I said, it's really hard to maneuver them into a comfortable position because each adjustment is so limited. I would say that this chair's arms are well built for taller people. Shorter people might have trouble with them because they don't go very low, and that's one of the things that I did struggle with the chair. Another thing that our office did not necessarily like about these arms is the caps themselves. They do not feel solid on the arm frame. There's a lot of wiggling, a lot of play, and they also have this contoured, like concave design with a hard edge. So you really have to have your arms positioned straight forward in the chair for them to be comfortable. Any other type of moving or having your arms sideways is going to be uncomfortable due to the hard edge and the hard overall design of the arms themselves. So I was very disappointed with this armrest package. I thought it would be one of the best things on the chair because of the 3-way adjustment, but I really found them to be not a very good setup, and the rest of our office agreed, giving it one of the lowest scores we've had on any chair. And the final category that we evaluate when reviewing an office chair is going to be ergonomics. And the way that we come up with our ergonomics score is we average the 3 previous comfort scores that we've gone over, and then a score that we give to the chair for just the adjustments, and then we get a well-rounded score that incorporates comfort and the adjustability of the chair. Now, the ErgoChair has one of the highest adjustment score that we've given to any office chair, but due to the low comfort scores, the overall ergonomic score of the chair is brought way down to a 59 out of 100. Now, we've already touched on all those comfort scores, so I'm not going to go through those again, and I'm just going to touch on the adjustability of the chair because this is going to be one of the highlights of the ErgoChair because it does have a lot of adjustments for a chair priced at $499. It has seat height adjustment. They list the range as 18 to 20 inches, and this is kind of a weird thing in the industry because there's no set standard for where you measure from, but I will say that this chair feels more like 16 to 18 or 17 to 19 inches. Normally, if a chair is 18 to 20 inches, I'm not going to recommend it for shorter people, but I thought this chair, it was no problem for me sitting in the chair at 5'8", 5'9", and I think that people shorter than me could have used the chair. So I would say that people that are taller may want to avoid this chair. Even though it's listed as 18 to 20, I would probably take 2 inches less than that due to the foam compressing and depending on where they measured from. Now also adjustability with the seat, you're going to get seat depth adjustment, giving you the ability to keep that between 2 and 3 inches behind the back of your legs. Very nice adjustment for a chair at this price range. And then a couple unique adjustments on this chair that I do like are going to be the seat angle adjustment and the back angle adjustment. You can adjust these independently of each other to set up the chair however you want to be comfortable, giving you kind of a forward seat tilt position or a more upright position, which we don't see on a lot of these chairs that also have a synchro tilt mechanism, which the ErgoChair Pro does. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds with one of the nicest reclines with the synchro tilt, but also the freedom to change the angle of your seat or the backrest if you need to. We touched on those 3-way adjustable arms, and the other adjustments that we're missing that we haven't covered are going to be the height adjustable lumbar support and then the adjustable headrest. Now, the adjustable lumbar support is going to be difficult to adjust height-wise, and I'm not a huge fan of the way that it feels, which is something we touched on in the backrest section, but I am a pretty big fan of the headrest on the ErgoChair Pro. You're getting height adjustment and tilt adjustment. Again, the height adjustment is not the easiest to use, but once you get it dialed into place, I did find it to hold its position well and be very comfortable while I was using the chair. So if you are looking for maybe a lower price, mid-priced chair that has a ton of adjustments with a headrest, this could be a nice option for you. I would just definitely think about the comfort aspect of the chair when looking at the overall ergonomics, because our office did not necessarily find this chair to be extremely comfortable, even though it is one of the most adjustable chairs that we've tested. The ErgoChair Pro does have some nice things going for it. Autonomous gives you a nice return policy, offering you a chance to try the chair for free. It also has a ton of adjustments, and this is one of the few headrests that I'm actually a fan of. I'm usually not a huge fan of headrests on office chairs, but this is one that I felt was comfortable while using the chair. But there are some considerable downsides to consider with this chair, the first being the low build quality, coupled with the poor warranty and the low comfort scores. It really makes it difficult for me to recommend this chair in the current price range that it is in. Previously, when it was priced at $359 and $399, I really had no problem saying, yeah, that probably could be worth it, just because there's not a lot of great alternatives in that price range to something like this. But once you get up near $500, you're getting into that range where you start to get into the mid-market of chairs with nice warranties, good comfort, just a good adjustability packages, and I'm not sure that the ErgoChair Pro stacks up to most of the competition. So it's going to kind of be a tricky decision, just because from a value standpoint, I don't necessarily know that the value is there, but it does have some adjustments and some features that you may not find on some other office chairs with that awesome return policy, so I can definitely see why it could be an attractive chair for some people. I hope you found this review helpful. I did my best to provide as much information on the ErgoChair Pro as possible, but there's chances that I missed something that you were really looking for. If that's the case, make sure to reach out to us, leave a comment. We'll do our best to get that answered for you so that you can easily decide if this is going to be the next chair for you. If you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Your support does not go unnoticed. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss our next office chair review. Thanks a lot for watching.